We all know how this ownership came to be. Like Russia invaded Ukraine and then we had Russian as the owner. So because of politics, they had to strip him down and bring in Boeli, an American who had Blue Corp, and Blue Corp had him with 20%, Clear Lake with 60%, Walter with 10%, Wiz with 10%. But let's forget about Walter and Wiz. Now, concentrate on Boeli and Ekbali. Boeli had good PR. He was good so operations management, and he had a baseball team, a Dodger, and he doesn't know football as much. Ekbali, on the other hand, knows football and is also rich. So in 2012, Boyle is the head, and he has all the powers, acting sport director, signs a lot of people, and then because of this, he sacks Tuchel, and the performance doesn't go as they wanted. So the relationship broke up between him and Clear Lake, and Clear Lake is like, the performance is bad, he needs an active role, and Boyle is like, no, I'll buy you out if you want changes. But then Iqbal is like, I have 60% and majority shareholder, so I'll be the one making the decision. So that's where we are now. The difference between Boheli and Clear Lake is like, Boheli has been managing the Dodger football and is managing it as a franchise. And franchise usually operates with signing marquee stars, like the stars like Ronaldo, Messi, like the big stars who bring a lot of money, a lot of PR, and then they leverage it to improve performance. And that's what even Boeli started doing when we came in, signing people like Sterling, who are like already had made the name. Now, that's the problem. When you're going for people who have already made the name, you'll go for people like at their further end of their career, like 28, 29, 30, 35, people like that. On the other hand, Clear Lake had this thing of development, like signing people at their younger age, then developing them. And that's when you could see the difference between when Boheli was managing the team and when Clear Lake started managing the team. Now, right now, you can see that we are under like Clear Lake decision making, Clear Lake management. And that might be good, but it also has two big problems because first, we are going that Fenway way. Fenway is the owner of Liverpool, where they sign some people and expect them to grow and build the team to such a way that they can compete. Now, one big problem is that there is like you can't just sign young people and expect them to like achieve at that point. It's so difficult for people who have not like built themselves together to like really, really compete. Now, even Fenway had to buy people like Van Dijk, people like Allison at exorbitant price at that time to even compete with Man City. But us, as currently, we are not doing that. And then there's an assumption that these people will uh, go and like fight and become better than they are. But here's the problem: different players have different development capabilities, and that's what we are seeing. We are seeing like Palmer is developing better than people like Noni, and we have other defenders like Chaloba developing better than all these other guys. And now we have a team where people are like the same age, but you see people like Caicedo like playing so well than other guys. See people like Kolpama playing so well than other guys. And if we can't compete with those different development, you'll have all these people feeling that they're better than the team, like the team is not helping them to achieve their dreams. And what they do, they find other means, like we essentially become a Brighton or become a BVB, where we have stars to sell. We don't compete to win a game. And that's what we are like right now. And that's a very big problem because even right now, as we try and tell all these people, like, what, we need to sign these guys, we need to sign these guys, it seems like the ownership, because there's a lot of breakdown between the biggest owner and the second biggest shareholder. Now the decisions making becomes like those of the government, where there's a lot of hurdles. What do you say? Like there's a lot of decision making before. There's a lot of data, I don't know, before a decision is made, and that's why you feel like you are not able to sign. And because you are not able to sign, we just let fate handle us. And if we let fate handle us, you'll see. And this is not even a prophecy. This is something that you'll see next season. Like in the summer, if we don't achieve top four, we have already seen like people who wanted to play with us and people who said that they'll come here to fight, already starting to question whether they should be here. And that's just a tip of the iceberg, because from the summer you'll have all these stars. You'll have people like you you never even imagine will want to go out, just giving out the transfer request, because they believe either the team is stunting their growth or the team is not really wanting to compete. And that's like the thing with Tel, it's very people don't see how this thing works. Like a player, a 19-year-old coming from Bayern, choosing to go to Spurs, who has not win who has not won a cup or a trophy in the last like 30 years, as opposed to Chelsea. Like he doesn't even want to compete. He doesn't want to compete for all those spaces where we feel like we are short. That means these players looking like our team and thinking like these guys have stars. This guy thinks that he can compete in Bayern Munich, but doesn't feel he can compete in Chelsea because he feels we have stars, but we are not utilizing them correctly. That's the message that is being passed by Tel, saying that he doesn't want to come to Chelsea, rather go to Spurs. That's the message that is passing. Like we have become Manchester. Like we have become all these benchmarks for struggling team, for bad models, for and I don't know how we'll salvage ourselves. Like I don't know if we'll even get, leave alone the 19 or 20, if we'll even get a 25, 26-year old, a person going into their prime who wants to compete, to come to Chelsea to compete, even at competitive wages. Just leave alone like we are paying them 100, even at competitive wages. Like they are giving, even with Duran has gone to Al Nassr. And the thing they're saying is Duran has character issues of the field. And you're looking at it and thinking like, what are character issues of the field? Like, does it, it doesn't work with other people? It doesn't. I'm so confused with this thing right now that I don't even know how to help it. Like we have to just hope that all these guys, that Maresca has a thing of turning around all this and giving people chance and improving the mentality and being tactically deft, and all these other players start playing like they should, because this is a very bad turning point, because we have tried all models and they're not working, and now you have all these players coming in and wanting to go out. Like we are losing that PR of, I don't know how you say it, that PR of building players. We are losing that, and we are also losing that PR of Like from this point, essentially, people will be coming to Chelsea either to earn or if they have no options, unless things are changed.